Season 2 of the Northeast States Only Challenge begins today with the first 3 of 4 games all being big divisional matchups. So we'll definitely be watching those ones today and see kind of how far we get along, most likely to week 7, where that's typically where we stop to decide if we want to make a trade or not. Now, first season went really well until we got to the AFC Championship and lost. Granted, saying that, the team performed a lot better than I expected they would. But now we're faced with a dilemma. Matt Ryan has regressed to a 66. The other quarterback that we have on roster, Tyree Jackson, is a 62. Jackson does provide us opportunity to have quarterback scrambling. Matt Ryan, accuracy. So I think what we're going to do to start the season is go with Matt Ryan. We will change up the playbook. We were using Tampa Bay's. If you were around for the Florida Only Challenge, I created a playbook for that team to essentially take a lot of pressure off of Jameis Winston, put it more on Cam Akers, and he carried us. We have 2 really good running backs, A.J. Dillon and Pacheco. I want them to carry us, take some of the pressure off of Matt Ryan. We're still going to throw, but it's not going to be as often as we were last season. Defensively, not much changed. The offseason was pretty quiet, but the draft gave us surprisingly some impact players that we'll see get their first starts, well, in this episode. So, speaking of this episode, let's begin it. And we have a camp standout to start. And it is Alton Robinson. He played pretty well for us last season, so let's see what he needs. A combined 2+ sacks or tackles for a loss with Alton Robinson against the 49ers. That's the last time we played in preseason. Madden's broken. So against the Patriots, who were actually playing in the first game, he'll need to get those 2 combined. And we'll be getting started taking a look at the new playbook. We're going to see some shotgun, single back, and pistol. And there is a very good indication of why we changed the playbook to have less passes. That is the veteran quarterback throwing an inaccurate 3-yard pass. Second and 10 will drop under center. Hand this one off A.J. Dillon, who might be getting a majority of the rushes this season. With the new playbook, I would imagine Madden would be putting him out mostly. Now 3rd and 3. I'm expecting a wide receiver screen down to the bottom. See if that's the case. Yes, it is. We have Andy Isabella there with lots of speed. Spin move will get the first down. Definitely had a lot more room down to the bottom, but I'm not going to complain about the first down crossing the 40. Now coming out with the ace single back, so we're seeing it all so far. Handoff down the middle, ground and pound, nice run game there. Gain of 6, and a pretty solid push up front. The only change up front, I believe, is our left tackle. Justin Pugh retired in the offseason, so we have the brothers Lindstrom starting at the tackle spot as a flag comes down. It'll be holding on the left guard, so we'll back us up 2nd and 14, coming out with a bunch to the bottom of the line. Will be a handoff. We will see a lot more handoffs on 2nd and long. Again, just because the accuracy is not very great, so try to help us out as much as we can. It'll only be a 3-yard gain there, setting up 3rd and 11. Matt Ryan in the pocket. We'll go across the middle, going to find Hunter Long, who will get, honestly, a decent amount there, close to midfield. I want to go for it. So we'll bring out Pacheco for his first carry. Hard count, no one jumps. We have a nice cutback lane, which we do find. We still don't get the first down, plus a penalty is down. And the Patriots will go ahead and decline. It was holding on Chris Lindstrom, our highest overall player on our offensive side. Fortunately, we couldn't find the cutback lane, so not much doing on our first offensive possession, but second, nice start. Tipped away, I believe that was Yidam. He is one of the new starting corners. Will be on the top here, facing up against a superstar, so we're going to need him to have a good game, and that pass was awful for Jared Goff. Honestly, you could say that one was worse than Matt Ryan's first pass. Both bad in their own right. 3rd and 10. Pass rush not going to get home, but we will get the stop. Got that one to number 10. I think that's Miller, Scotty Miller. Not going to get the first down. Will be a punt. And a really good punt at that, downing us at the 7. As we start with a shotgun look here, will be a handoff. Pacheco will actually gain some yardage this time. Actually, I think he maybe gained 1 on that previous rush. Yeah, exactly 1 with that 4-yard gain. Now moves him up to 5. Let's come back out with the single back set. Dylan checks in. Will be another handoff down the middle. It's not going to be a splashy offense with dramatic plays, but plays like that could very well carry us to where we need to be. Especially having 2 running backs, Cam Akers essentially carried us for the most part in the Florida only. Using this playbook with 2 running backs will, I think, help us out even more. Pass across the middle going to be caught number 11. That's Raymond. One of our 3 1,000-yard receivers from last season. There was Jeff Smith, Raymond, as well as Tajay Sharp. All 3 returned for this season. As Matt Ryan will look to pass here. Pass rush coming in, and he eats the sack. Throw the ball away. You would think the veteran quarterback would know that by this point. He's like 38, 39. 3rd and 15, I would expect a pass here, and indeed it will be. We pick it up the rush this time, dump it off, will be a short gain for Jeff Smith, and it'll be another punt. Well, not a lot of offense in this game as a drop there by Doolin. Then a 5-yard gain, Scotty Miller, 3rd and 5. Defense will get the stop, forcing another punt. Every single possession has ended either in a punt or a turnover on downs, but their punter is definitely putting us in bad spots, putting their defense in really nice spots. 3rd and 4. We don't get it, so we'll have to punt from the 11 to start the second quarter. Hofrichter at least puts them past midfield, but the gain actually puts them in front. A penalty, Robinson. Again, he needs the 2 combined sacks or tackles for a loss. McLaren gives him a first down. Close to the 35 now, about in the red zone. Let's jump in. And it actually will be inside the red zone. So that previous screen made it look like it was more like around the 22, but they're actually at the 20. First possession inside the red zone for either team will be a nice gain of about 8 there. This defense last year really had some hit or miss games, so we'll see how well they could do for us and just being consistent this season. Pass rush not going to get there. Instead, McLaurin with a first down to the 5. As they'll switch it up, go out with a heavy goal line set. So that means Fatukasi's out there. He's also going to be out there the whole time because I just remembered that Zach Allen is injured and Chubb gets them into the end zone by about an inch. Well, let's see if the Patriots scoring apply any pressure to our offense and actually get them moving, which already we're doing pretty well. Crossing midfield, have a nice split between... How does Jeff Smith keep doing it? I'm not going to lie, before this series, never heard of him. Now, I know him. Expect a wide receiver screen up top. Going right back to Andy Isabella that we threw it to earlier. Has space to the top. Run to the top, my guy. Still a nice gain of 9 on play 1. But yeah, Jeff Smith has been amazing this series. So many big plays and very consistent as Pacheco will run it into the end zone. We will tie this thing up rather quickly. But as I was trying to say, as we do get a sack, Khalil Mack again, we haven't watched a play where he's gotten a sack, but in these sims, he keeps getting them. But 14 yards, McLaurin. But yeah, Jeff Smith very much reminds me of Eric Ezukanma from the Texas State Challenge, where he's not a very highly rated receiver, but he just is consistent. Also had a sack there from Matt Milano. 3rd and 20, throwaway, so defense will get the stop. Getting the ball back for our offense with about a minute and a half on the clock. Now this is the time where the playbook I don't fully love, because obviously we're trying to run primarily, but we need to pass here. Matt Ryan will go to Jeff Smith, and we'll get the catch, about 5 out of it. I expect us to be in a hurry up, which we really don't. We run about 20 seconds off the clock, and we're still back at our own 25. Under 50 seconds, still have all 3 timeouts. Matt Ryan, can you snap the ball? Why are we chewing the clock, my guy? Will finally be a pass and an intercepted. Well, maybe that's why we were chewing clock. Matt Ryan had a lot of interceptions last season, and he's starting one off here. So momentum flips. We had the opportunity to go ahead before half. Now the Patriots do, with a quick pass across the middle, going to be caught by McLaurin. Not a lot of space there, but Goff found it. And now they'll come out with trips up top. They're tight end at the bottom of the line. Chubb in the backfield. Will be a pass. Goff dumping it out to Chubb, who had their touchdown earlier. We'll get a few yards out of this. And now they'll spread too wide either side. Still sitting back in shotgun. Goff in the pocket. Not much pressure. Will have an open receiver. However, that receiver did not get maybe even a single foot in bounds. 3rd and 6. Again, another 2 up top, 1 down to the bottom. Goff in the pocket. Pass rush, nowhere there. Chubb, not going to get the first down. 4th and 1. And they will send out the field goal team, kicking from about the 8, so 13-yarder. Actually, no. It'd be a little bit longer than that. But either way, it's good. Patriots back on top. And with 17 seconds, we're going to send Tyree Jackson out there. He has 90 throw power, which is a lot more than what Matt Ryan still has. So if we're going to find anything, it's going to be an interception straight to a Patriots player. Well, he has the arm power. He does not have the accuracy. Now the Patriots can go ahead and add more on before half. We're just digging a hole. They have 1 timeout remaining, so maybe 1 play towards the end zone and then send out the field goal team. At least that would be the best case scenario as that hits the deck. So maybe, okay, they do still send the field goal team on. So this will send them up if they make it up by 6, 13-7, and that will be the case as we go on through half. Now, I can't remember if we started with the ball or if the Patriots did. Either way, Madden was broken and didn't actually go into halftime because somehow after all the years of Madden being made, it's still kind of broken. But at least offense kind of moving. 3rd and 8 throwaway though, so apparently I shouldn't have said that as we're now gonna have to punt. So offense has been really poor today. Defense spotty, but honestly, they've only allowed 7 points. Half of the points essentially have come from the offense as the defense does get a nice play there on 3rd and short, forcing another punt. So offense, can we get something going here? Or do we need to make a quarterback change? Don't want to make that decision too soon, but they may eventually end up forcing my hand as a penalty there. I don't know. Was there an interception? I don't know what happened there. Weird graphic. Madden is what it is. But now defense back out there. 7-yard gain there by Chubb. 1st down, 4-yard rush by Goff. A penalty on Khalil Mack, not going to help out. 2nd and 1. 1st down Chubb. A lot of running on this drive as Valdez-Scantling gets them inside the 15. And a touchdown for Jeremy Ruckert. However, they do fail a 2-point conversion, so this stays a 12-point game. Still two scores. Would like to make this 1 by the end of the drive here if we can get things going. A little mix of run and pass will help out for sure as we go into the 4th quarter down still 12 points to the red zone. I don't think we've scored since the 2nd quarter and fairly early on in the 2nd quarter, if I'm remembering correctly at least. Will be a handoff. A.J. Dillon not getting very far. I believe that was Ed Oliver with the tackle there at the line. Now we'll switch it a little bit. Pacheco checks in, and he'll get a nice run close to the 1st. They mark us inches shy. And once again, looking like we're going to go with that wide receiver screen down to the bottom. It's in our goal line, but actually we go with a slightly different play, and it doesn't work out. We still went to Andy Isabella, but it gets swatted down. However, we need to keep this drive going. We need touchdowns. So, let's hand it off to the legend, fullback himself in Juszczyk, who will power through, keep pushing, and in. That is why he's the legend. That's why we need to get him going here with this team. Now we just need to see if our defense can get the stop, give our offense another opportunity to try to grab a late win. 3rd and 5. We allow 11 to McLaurin. 1st down, 28 to McLaurin. They're up to about the 34. 26. Not 26, 2nd and 6. Wow. As they're inside the red zone. So again, gonna need to jump in. Defense needs to force a turnover. We can maybe allow a field goal that would still keep it a 1-score game, but a touchdown could essentially put this one away. Chubb will get the handoff. Stuffed at the line. Alton Robinson not getting, actually no, that was Khalil Mack up to the top that time. Either way, it was still a gain of 1, so it wasn't going to be a tackle for a loss either way. Will be another handoff down the middle. Chubb's not stuffed by Fatukasi, but at least slows him down. Now 3rd and 3, a tight shotgun look. We come out with a double A gap, which is essentially the defensive version of a tight shotgun. And what happened to our corner blitz? Will Harris stood right in front of Goff and did not sack him, and now they have a 1st and goal at the 1. I'm going to blame all of the late hit penalties that get thrown on defensive players, and they really shouldn't. That's the only thing that would make sense to me, is they come out with a bunch to the top. We're again in the double A gap. Not a great formation for this, but it will kind of work for a second and will still end up working. Milano drags him down, loss of about half a yard. Now we just need to do that 2 more times. Again, can only allow a field goal here to keep it a 1-score game. They go to Chubb towards the top. Not gonna get by. I believe that was Aluakon, as well as one of the D linemen. And we do end up using one of our timeouts. 2 remain, 3rd and goal. It's a goal line formation versus goal line formation, and Chubb powers through. Joseph Day not able to make the play, and that might put this game out of reach. Now we've seen some big plays from Jeff Smith, so hopefully he could come through for us here as we come out with 2 tight ends at the bottom, 2 receivers up top. Quick throw, Hunter Long with a 1st down, gain of about 16, maybe 17, as we are not chewing clock this time, so at least fixing things in that aspect. Will be a pass once again. Expect that throughout as Matt Ryan you have to get rid of the ball. You can't take the sacks. Now a minute left. Less than a minute left. We're still down 12 here as we fake a jet sweep to Hunter Long. Okay. Go up top to the other tight end. That'll be a solid gain. Do we get out of bounds? No, clock's still running. 2 timeouts remain, about 30 seconds left. We need a touchdown immediately, and we go with a draw. Okay, I guess. Now just 1 timeout remaining. Another empty look. 3 or 4 down to the bottom. I think it's 4, actually. Matt Ryan will go up top. Going to find Hunter Long, who will get the catch and out of bounds. Essentially need a touchdown, a onside, and then another touchdown to make this anything, as Raymond gets a catch up to the 20. A penalty comes in late. A bad decision there by the Patriots defender. Not only stops the clock, but moves us down to the 10. Matt Ryan will find Jeff Smith a little shy of the end zone. 16 seconds left, no timeouts remaining. And it's a heavy set. Dillon will not get the ball here. Will be a pass up top, caught by Raymond. Well, can we get the onside? Is this still a game with like 10 seconds left? The game essentially lies on this play. Can we recover? That is kicked directly to the Patriots player, who fumbles. We pick up the ball. Go, go. Game not over. But we have a holding call against us, so we'll back us up a little bit. And because we have a holding, Patriots get the ball? That doesn't make any sense, but it does end the game. Patriots will get the win on what I am sure is an inaccurate call from the ref. That just doesn't make sense to me. But either way, I feel like this comes down to the offense. They just were slow today. They didn't really get things going fluently throughout the whole game. It was all first possession of the second quarter and some action in the fourth, but the first, most of the second, and the third, they weren't there. And the poor start continues with a loss to stadium rival, the New York Giants, 35-21. Again, we're not playing consistently. We scored in the first and in the fourth, but for half the game, we weren't doing anything. Meanwhile, the Giants scored a lot more consistently, 13 in the first, 7 in the second, and then 15 in the fourth. How did we do individually? Matt Ryan, 309 passing yards, not bad considering we're not supposed to be passing that much. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Continues to be a problem that we saw last season, completing only 61% of his throws. Running back split really wasn't great. 23 carries for Dillon, 71 yards. Only 4 for Pacheco for 6 yards, but both had a rushing touchdown, so at least there's that. Receiving, though, great game from Raymond, 129 yards and a touchdown. Jeff Smith, 778. I mean, not bad. Defensively, Will Harris had 9 tackles, which led the team. Only 2 tackles for a loss, though. Oluokun and Mack each with 1. And 2 sacks, 1 for Mack and 1 for Alton Robinson, who also did not continue his camp standout from that first game. And Riley Dixon was good on extra points, but he did miss a field goal. So starting the season, we are 0-2, the only team in the AFC East who has yet to win at least one game. We'll be facing top of the division, Miami Dolphins, who are 2-0. They have Joe Burrow, Alvin Kamara on offense. Their defense, about similar tier to ours, so we just need our offense to find their footing. So that is exactly where we're going to focus in this game. We're just going to be watching the offense, trying to see if they could get some things going. Andy Isabella with another screen. That time was working more towards the outside, and he almost got there. Great tackle there by 22. I think it said Batch? Maybe? I don't know. 2nd and 3, we drop to the single back ace formation. Stretch up top. Need to cut that in, A.J. Dillon. You had space inside. Instead goes for a loss of 2, and now we have 3rd and 5 with a pistol set. 2 receivers down to the bottom. Will be a play action roll towards the top, lofting it out of bounds. Defensively, can we start off any better? 2 yards, 5 yards, Kamara, 3rd and 3. 21 yards to Braxton Berrios, another 2 yards Kamara as they work the ball downfield inside the 35, inside the 30, but we do get a stop. Force the field goal, which they hit. Now for our second possession of offense, can we do anything better here? Potentially, it might just be we need to move on from Matt Ryan, and if we do, it will be another change of playbook. But Hunter Long making some big plays here, all the way up to the 50 for the second-year tight end. Or actually, I'm mistaken. That was not Hunter Long. That was Croft, who is one of our other main tight ends. This formation, or this playbook, uses a lot more 2 tight end sets. I also have noticed in the games we played, I'm not seeing much of Tajae Sharpe, who again was one of our 3 1,000-yard receivers last season. So we might need to take a look at the playbook in between games, the depth chart in between games. Maybe work some things out, see if maybe that will give some more life to the offense. But we do get a first down from Dillon, who will get another carry here, taking it towards the top, not able to stiff arm or shuck off number 21, who does get a nice open field tackle, but a gain of about 9.5. And that's what we need to see a lot more consistently. As we drop under center here, will be another stretch to the bottom, cut in, or go to the outside and get the first down. I guess that'll work too. But I definitely need to make sure we're rotating the running backs pretty well. You know, with it being a heavy run offense, and we need to make sure that we're not wearing them down too much, as Pacheco can't hold on to that one. Great play there by the corner to knock it out. Will be 2nd and 10 with a bunch to the bottom. Matt Ryan takes the snap, hands it off. Pacheco needed to cut up top, but instead he goes in the middle, trips, and gets only 2. Which at least was better than his previous play where he dropped the pass, but, you know, take what we could get. 3rd and 8, Matt Ryan has Raymond on the drag, which we will go to. Not enough for the first. We'll go ahead and send out Riley Dixon, try to tie this game up here. Kicking from the 25 will be a 35-yarder, which we know he's hit 60 before, so he should be able to hit these ones. And he does. So game tied up 3-3. Defensively, can we get a stop this time? 3 yards, then 4 yards. Kamara 3rd and 2. Kamara will convert by about a yard, sending us into the second quarter. Have a 3rd and 4. Defense does not get the stop. Braxton Berrios. That similar kind of style of receiver just seems to be a problem against us this season. 3rd and 5. Berrios shows up again, gets down to about the 30. Kamara 8 more yards inside the 25, 3 to about the 20, giving him a first down and touchdown for Jose Escobar. So neither side, offense nor defense, really having anything smooth sailing, I would say for sure. Handoff down the middle, nice cut there from Dillon to go to the bottom side. We'll get a nice gain of 9 out of it. 6 rushes for him on the day, 30 yards. And we'll stick with that same look here on 2nd and 1, as they are keeping a lot of guys in the box. 7 in the box, 6 on the line, but not enough to stop that run. Nice move from Dillon to find the gap, but the offensive line to get all those blocks while opening up that gap, gotta appreciate it. First and 10, we now drop to pistol. Hunter Long at that fullback spot will hand it back to Dillon, who will get as much as he can out of it. Won't go for a lot of yards, but a lot of effort as Pacheco will check in. Bunch up top, hand it off to him, has space to the bottom, will chuck off the defender. Nice run from Pacheco. He's a lot of a smaller. The frame looks more like an agile guy, but he does bring some of that power to his game. First and 10 inside the 40. Will be 2 tight ends to the bottom stretch. It'll be a lead blocker. Hunter Long picks up a nice block, as well as Croft. Only goes for a gain of 3, but still not bad. Nakobe Dean gets the tackle, so they have some interesting guys on their team. Gonna motion over Raymond to the top. Will be a handoff down the middle. Dillon, about a yard. He's averaging 4.8 a carry as Pacheco checks in here on 3rd and 6. Shotgun formation. Will be a draw, has some space, needs to get by Dean, and he will at least drag him for a first. Wilkins also shaken up on the play. Maybe we attack that spot then as we come out here with the ace back. Will be a handoff down the middle. Dillon. Okay, maybe Alec Lindstrom. Can you get a bit of a better block on the next one? We'll at least get 3 out of it as we go into shotgun. Again, that 2 tight end set up top this time. Pass across the middle, off the top of, I think that was Croft's head. Almost intercepted off of it. Luckily, it hit the turf. 3rd and 7. In shotgun, 2 receivers up top, 1 down below. Actually, no, it's that tight end. Back to Croft. Not off the top of his head this time. Into the hands, down to the 7. About a minute and a half left before half as we're trying to tie this one up. 1st and goal, pass across the middle, caught Jeff Smith, short gain. And on 2nd and goal, they still have 6 men down on the line. We will hand it off Dillon towards the top, who stretches, and we're in. Field or extra point will tie this one up, but that is what the offense is supposed to look like. That was a good drive. Now with only about a minute left, we need our defense to not give up 16 yards play 1, because we would like to go into halftime with a tied game here. Get the throwaway, another throwaway, 3rd and 10, 10 yards to Alec Pierce. We'll give him a first down just shy of midfield, another throwaway, about 30 seconds on the clock. Joe Burrow rushes for 7. 3rd and 3, interception, Isaiah Rodgers Sr. We have all 3 timeouts, 20 seconds left. We threw multiple interceptions late in the first half last game, or the previous watched game, that they end up getting 2 scores, 2 field goals off of. Can we try to find at least one of those in this one? First down only goes for 3 yards to Jeff Smith. We do have to call the timeout, needing probably about another 10-15 yards as Dillon gets the catch out of the backfield. Gets us close to the 35, 10 seconds left, we call a timeout. Now I'm going to come out here with the offense because I had a feeling they would send out the field goal unit rather than trying to get some more yards here and then use our last timeout, which we don't end up getting much, but we can manage the clock a little bit better this way. This one would be about a 50-yarder. We know he could hit 60. This one should be no problem. Down the middle, we will grab a very slight lead right into half. We go up 13-10. And as we jump right into the second half, can the defense hold? 1 yard rush, Braxton Berrios. All right. A throwaway, Joe Burrow. 3rd and 9, throwaway, Joe Burrow. So defense does their job. Now the offense, who's only really had 1 good drive today. Can we find some continuity here? A nice job from Dillon to shuck off the first guy. We'll get 7 out of what probably should have been a max 1-2 yard gain. Gotta love to see it. 2nd and 3 as an audible made here by Matt Ryan. Snap the ball, go with a draw instead. Works out well. Dillon to the bottom, gets the first down and a few extra. He is already up to 14 carries. Not seeing a whole lot from Pacheco, so definitely going to tweak the auto subs for sure in between these games, just to make sure we're splitting the carries a lot more evenly. But Dillon, he's running well. 15 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown on the day. As we go with the pistol set here, 2 receivers down below, will be another draw. Nice job from 55. That should have been a first down, but the effort, we'll make it 3rd and 3 instead, as Dillon is huffing and puffing back there. With a single back ace formation, down the middle we go, and he will choose the difficult way, but we'll get the job done. We'll finally bring Pacheco out there with a bunch up top, one down below. Might need to just manually change while we watch these games who the main running back is, as there's the first play we see of Tajae Sharpe. Unfortunately for him, it's a drop. 2nd and 10 instead with 2 down below, 1 up top. Will be a pass from Matt Ryan. Across the middle, gonna find Croft, who I feel like might be playing as tight end 1. In some formations, he looks like he's tight end 2, but then in others, he's definitely out there over Hunter Long, so seems like Madden changed the depth chart again, which, you know, is my favorite. Pacheco down the middle will squeeze out the first on 3rd and 1. After a few plays off, Dillon back out there at running back, and he will get the handoff down the middle this time with some really good blocking. The offensive line isn't super highly rated. Obviously, we have Chris Lindstrom. But then besides him, we have a lot of mid to low 70s offensive linemen, and they're getting the job done. I feel like they've been one of the more consistent offensive lines of any of these series. And I think going into the 4th quarter, I'll definitely put Pacheco as the main running back. Dillon, after a few carries, is definitely starting to huff and puff. He needs 7 yards, though, to get over 100, so I definitely want to make sure he gets that. But he won't be doing that on this play. Pacheco checks in, 2 receivers up top, 1 down below. Quick throw, caught, maybe a first down? Jeff Smith marked just shy. 3rd and 1, I would say would be inaccurate. 3rd and inches, sure. As we do come out spread still. With Pacheco and shotgun handed off down the middle, he has plenty of space. We'll say their linebackers have been all over the place today. Jerome Baker got the tackle on that play. He's had 5 today, and he was in one of our state-only challenges. Was it Ohio? Honestly, can't quite remember. Florida? He might have actually been in the Florida one. Now that I say that, it sounds about right. Now, we'll definitely take that face mask penalty, get us down to the 11. But we know Baker can be good. He was really good for us in the Florida only. Very fitting that he's with Miami here. As we go down the middle, Pacheco will get 3. Now, he's huffing and puffing as we come out with the 2 receivers up top, 1 down below. Fake quick throw, then go back down to it, and Raymond can't hold on to it. He had the touchdown, but he blew it. 3rd and 7, look for the receiver screen up top. Andy Isabella is who we throw this one to. Don't go, okay, maybe do go to it late. Not a huge fan of it. We'll send out the field goal team. But that'll be how we start the 4th quarter. We're up 13-10, trying to make it 16-10. Riley Dixon has been solid for us already today. 2 of 2. Can he make it 3 of 3? Yes, he can, adding on an extra 3. However, a touchdown would put the Dolphins back atop, so we need to make sure defense continues to play well, and 21 yards to Richie James is not doing that. 1st and 10, 7 yards Kamara. 2nd and 3, we get the throwaway. 3rd and 3, 15 yards Jose Escobar gets him down to about the red zone, inside the red zone now. 2nd and 5, and T. Higgins ties the game. Their kicker, Graham Gano, puts him up. So once again, going to need to see something good here from our offense as we come out with the single back set. Pacheco will be the main running back for the 4th quarter. Not getting very far on play 1. Baker with a tackle for loss. We'll force a 2nd and 11. 2 receivers down below, 1 up top as we drop back into shotgun. Matt Ryan across the middle. He will find Jeff Smith with a first down and about 5-6 extra. I will say this playbook is probably putting Matt Ryan in the best possible situation. 11 of 16, a little over 100 yards. You just have to throw some short passes. You don't need a huge arm for that. You just need to put it accurately. And in this game, he's doing that mostly well. 2nd and 7 with another pistol look. 2 receivers down below. Will be a draw. Pacheco, no room there. So on 3rd and 10, it will be a empty look. Matt Ryan, 4 down below, 1 up top. Not going to be the screen, but he will go up top and not going to find his receiver, Raymond, I believe that was. We'll have to punt. And with this being a big possession here, we will go ahead and watch this defense. As the Dolphins come out with a I formation, play action pass. No pass rush. Okay, just saying that actually makes Alton Robinson get there instead. 2nd and 20. I feel like that's the first sack we've seen in this episode. And they will go with a run towards the top. Kamara not getting anywhere. Will Harris and Aluakon. So on 3rd and 20, They go wide. Two receivers either side. Can we just make sure we cover Barrios? He's been a problem for us today. Not going to get the safety, although we were close. Matt Milano with the tackle will force the punt. All right, Matt Ryan. We just need 2 points to win. That's all we need, 2 points. So we don't need to do anything crazy as we go with, I would say essentially it's kind of like a tight end vertical screen. I don't know if that's how the play is supposed to be ran, but it's essentially how it was ran, and I kind of like it. 1st and 10, another empty set. Hard count, no one jumps. Matt Ryan going up top will find Raymond this time. 1st down inside the 25 as we hit the 2-minute warning. Now, personally, I would like to go ahead and start running the ball here and chewing clock. As we come out with a pistol, we'll hand it off. Pacheco down the middle, a short gain, flag down. And unfortunately, that's going to back us up on the center for 1st and 18. As we'll make an audible here. Going to go with a bunch to the bottom of the line. It will be a drop. Pacheco with room up top. Why'd you cut it back in? Stay up top. Could have still been running. Instead, 2nd and 16. With a 2-yard gain, then another draw from shotgun. Maybe another 2 yards at best. Maybe just back to the line. 3rd and 16. About a minute and a half. Under a minute and a half. Matt Ryan will throw late. We'll find Pacheco, who will fumble inside the 20, picked up by Jerome Baker. We had the opportunity to take this game late, and we literally coughed it up. Now the defense, with all 3 timeouts, will have to get the stop. We'll maybe get the ball back with around 40 seconds left if we could do it straight away, which we don't. Maybe we should have kept in Dillon. 1st and 10, Kamara stretch up top. Not going to get very far. Nice tackle there from 26. With 1 timeout remaining, we come out with a double A gap versus the I formation. Don't know why we're not coming out in the 46 or the 52, but we'll hand it off. Spin and a decent gain there, setting up 3rd and 4. Now we are out of timeouts. A 1st down will end this game with another loss. It would make it 3 straight, and Kamara does not get it. A flag also down. And we decline it. They send out the field goal unit. Kicking from the 47 will make this about a 57-yarder. Snap back, hold down, kick is up. It looks wide, and I think they missed. And indeed they did. A big mistake. Again, we don't have any timeouts remaining, so we have to be smart here, Matt Ryan. He will throw. Play 1. Across the middle. Pick 6. Jerome Baker. Is that it for Matt Ryan? Do we let him continue when he has not led us to a win this season? Well, technically it's still a 1-score game. If we could tie it, we could send it to overtime. If Matt Ryan, with 40 seconds left, can find a touchdown. He throws to Pacheco. We again don't have any timeouts. Not a smart move, not a veteran move. We'll go with another throw, this time towards the bottom. Why are we checking down the ball every time? Now 10 seconds left. Matt Ryan, you have to throw a touchdown on this play. And he goes with a check down. And that will be it. We had 2 opportunities in this game to walk away with a win towards the end. And Matt Ryan threw an interception. We also had the fumble with Pacheco. I mean, I feel like that's just the way this team is this season. Last year was definitely a really good opportunity for us to complete the challenge. And I don't know if Matt Ryan can lead us back to that same spot. Now we're going to jump straight into the Bills game with 2 big changes. Tyree Jackson will get the start in this episode, as well as us changing our offensive scheme once again. The base idea is still going to be the same, running the ball in short throws, but we're going to use the offensive playbook that I created for the Commanders Replacement Squad series that's going to use a lot of RPOs, read option, and just short throws in general with an occasional deep throw, which we can kind of do with Tyree Jackson, who does have the 90 throw power, just his accuracies aren't great. So trying to give us options to get the ball out quickly and efficiently. And against the Buffalo Bills, it's probably the best divisional team to do that against because their defense is only rated at a 79. Probably the lowest we're going to play against as Dillon breaks off a big run and a possible late face mask might tack on yardage. Or it'll actually go the opposite way because Jeff Smith was called for holding. So 2nd and 4, how do we bounce back? We go with a read option. Tyree Jackson has some speed, has some tremendous size too. I want to say he's like 6'7", 230. Might even be a little bit bigger than that. He did play at Buffalo at quarterback. When he came to the NFL, transitioned to tight end. Didn't really play. We transitioned him back as we just get body slammed there by number 98. But we transitioned him back to quarterback. We've done that in this series as well as also the Commanders replacement squad. He was with us season 1. Quick throw up top, gonna find Jeff Smith. That is a heck of a play. RPO there, we go with the quick out, and Jeff Smith makes big plays after big plays. 1st and 10, they come out with a double A gap. Looks like we're gonna make an audible here. Go with a handoff down the middle, stretch towards the bottom. Pacheco not gonna get by 37. But I will say, I already kind of feel like a different tempo just in general with this offense. Maybe they got a little bit momentum with the quarterback change. We'll see. Pacheco down the middle, solid gain. Make it 3rd and 4, more manageable at least. We will see a lot of shotgun and pistol formations. So Juszczyk, who we were going to try to get involved with the previous playbook, fortunately we're probably not going to see that a whole lot here. 4th and 7 at the 24, I'm okay with a field goal. And similarly to the previous game, we are going to focus primarily on the offense, but we will sim some of the offense as well. Pretty much only going to watch it if they're past the 50. Defense does get the stop on this possession, force the punt. So again, if we get past the 50, we'll jump in. Dillon loses 3, then we get 2 on the next play. 3rd and 10, throw away. So first possession, solid. 2nd, not very good. Defense does give up the first down as they move past the midfield for sure, close to the 40 now. With that was DJ Moore, I think it said. I honestly skipped through it too quickly. Close to the red zone, throw away. They do have Patrick Mahomes. We have a lot of really good quarterbacks in division. 3rd and 10, sacked by Alton Robinson. So we will force the field goal to start, and they hit the 2nd quarter. So game tied 3-3. Again, only going to watch if we get into plus territory, essentially on offense. 6 yards there, Raymond. 3rd and 6, 20 Jeff Smith. I think that's close enough. So we'll see if Tyree Jackson just gives a little bit of a, I want to say like youthful boost, because he's 25. He's on the older side of young, but has some room to progress. Is a 63 overall, so a little bit lower than what Matt Ryan is at. 2nd and 3, we'll hand this one off. Dillon down the middle and stuffed at the line to gain by number 98. He's made some plays today. 3rd and 1, we just need about half a yard. Pacheco, the lone back, will be a pass. And overthrown, intended for not Tyree Jackson, that's the quarterback, intended for Tajae Sharpe. And I was hoping to jump in to go for it, but I hit the button too late, so it will be... Actually, we're going for it here. We have a guy open. Well, not where the point of the catch was actually going to be made. But I will say it was a nice looking pass from Hofrichter. 3rd and 6, we get the stop again unless they go for it, which they don't. They do punt. So defense performing well in this game against a very highly rated offense. So that is nice to see. We just need to see our offense get going here. A little bit of consistency never hurts. 2nd and 10, 3 yards. 3rd and 7, we get close. I'm going to go for it. Going with an RPO here on 4th and 1. Also, Bo Melton is getting the start as the secondary slot man. See if we like it. We do. Let's go out to Melton, then he will get us the first down. As Russo injured on the play. Now, if you guys have been watching the Commanders Replacement Squad series, you know how good Bo Melton can be in this style of offense. So we'll see if we can get him and Raymond going in that slot. Tyree Jackson with a pass here will be an accurate one, finding Raymond first down after the catch. And I do think it's funny because I'm pretty sure Tyree Jackson is larger than our center. As he looks to scramble here, rolling out to the bottom. Nice throw on the run, but they say Jeff Smith doesn't get that 2nd foot in. Really unfortunate. Kind of looked like he did in the flow of the game, but I'm sure if you slew it if it was slowed down, big hit there from, I think that is Kaiser White? But yeah, as I was trying to say, if it was slowed down, I think that's a proper way of saying it, then probably would have clearly seen that the foot came out of bounds, or came down out of bounds. Close again to a first. I want to go for it again. We'll go with an empty set. Raymond will come in motion if it'll let me. There we go. He'll come in motion. We're going to go with a jet sweep. If we could get the block, which we don't from Hunter Long, we'll miss out on getting the field goal. And honestly, at this point, we haven't won a game yet this season, so we have to be aggressive. 26 yards, Kadarius Toney. Defense, come on, you got to hold strong here to finish off the first half. Another 29, Toney. In field goal range, but he wants 6, and he will get 6. Putting the Bills up 10-3. 16 seconds left before half. Let's just keep this thing on moving then. 2-yard rush, Tyree Jackson to end the first half. To start the second, we will be kicking the ball off, so defense will have to perform. DJ Moore, 19 yards, close to midfield. 6 more for Moore. 24 second and 4. They get 9. Why do I keep saying that today? Penalty on Conklin will back him up. 1st and 20. Then a penalty on Milano, so 1st and 10. Then a penalty on McGovern, 1st and 20. And then a 1-yard rush, Dalvin Cook. 2nd and 19. 11 yards, Robinson. 3rd and 9. A 1-yard rush by Mahomes, so they will set up the field goal and nail it. Now offensively, start with a 2-yard loss by Pacheco. Then 9 yards Pacheco, setting up 3rd and 3, which we don't convert. 4th and 1, we got to go for it. Now, if I remember correctly, this RPO is actually a read option RPO, so we could throw it, hand it off, or run it with Tyree Jackson. We went with a throw, and luckily it worked. But we will go ahead and jump back into the quicker sim. Again, only going to focus if we get into plus territory, which we haven't done yet. 3rd and 6. We get 6 with the first down exactly at midfield. So let's just see if we could cap a drive off here. We would still be down, but I would like a touchdown on this possession as we have 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Dylan trying to get off the guy, and he does. You know, it was kind of stuck in between his own blocker as well as the defenseman, but it worked. 2nd and 4 after the gain of 6. Another pistol set here for Tyree Jackson. We'll hand it off. Dylan down the middle, not going to get by the first guy. I feel like some games he's really good at breaking those first contact, and then other games not so much. But that was Russo, and I'm thinking he has the ability that doesn't allow him to not get a tackle. Really nice read option there by Tyree Jackson. He's had 6 rushes, 55 yards as we go empty. 3 up top, 2 down to the bottom. Is it a pass or we're going to go jet sweep? We are going to move Pacheco in motion. Should be a jet sweep to Pacheco. Trying to get around the corner, and he can't. Great play there made by 93. Perhaps those might be the 2-yard losses we keep seeing for Pacheco. 2nd and 12, 2 receivers stacked down below, 1 up top. It will be a whistle blown end of the third quarter. We'll head into the fourth. We're down 10. However, we sit at about the 24, just inside the 25. Should be able to end this drive with a touchdown if we do it correctly. Cut in. Raymond has a lead block with Pacheco. Should have kept going towards the top. Will be a gain of 5. Jackson 10 of 14 on the day, but I think only 64 passing yards. I think that's what that said. Either way, offense hasn't moved the ball a whole lot. Will be a handoff down the middle here. Pacheco with space inside the 5, but a flag down again late. At time on Tajay Sharp, we just keep shooting ourselves in our foot. 3rd and 8 after we just had a first down inside the 5. Tyree Jackson sitting in the pocket will go up top to Pacheco, who will get what he can. We need the field goal here, so we'll let them come out. Kicking from just inside the 24, so we'll call it about a 33-yarder, maybe 33.5-yard. Riley Dixon has been solid for us this season, continues to do so. 6:40 on the clock. We need a stop from our defense. Not going to get it on the first set of downs. 4 yards Freiermuth. 2nd and 6. Throw away. 3rd and 6. Defense doesn't get the stop. Kadarius Toney, who put him up by a good chunk before half with his, I would say combined maybe like 50 yards. Aluakon knocks the pass away. 3rd and 10. Freiermuth gets 14 as they move inside field goal range. Mahomes throw away again. 3rd and 10. Throw away. Do they hit the field goal? They do. Back up 13. About 4.5 minutes left. offense. We need to score quickly here. The playbook isn't necessarily designed for it, but we have some speed on this team. But Russo gets a sack, 3rd and 10, knocked away. We're essentially at a do or die part here, so even though we're back at the 25, we will have to go for it. Hard count, no one jumps will be a little bit of some play action. No pass rush. They will jump on top of it. 93 with 2 guys on him can just pluck the ball up. And that'll pretty much do it for us here. Just go ahead and quickly get this game through. They do tack on only another field goal. We do get, I think, a field goal of our own. Or, yeah, I think it was a field goal. So it's not over necessarily. Only down 6. But a really big gain there is definitely not going to help out. We have 1 timeout remaining. 6-yard gain there, 3rd and 2. And that will do it. No longer can we stop the clock. Mahomes can go ahead and take a knee, then run the ball, and then knee again. Either way, it's out of reach now for sure. So it will be all losses in the first 4 games. We're going to go ahead and sim through to week 8. We'll see if we get on the board in the win column. But definitely a bad start to the season. And in week 7, we finally get our first win of the season, 27-20 against the Broncos. We did lose against the Cowboys 29-17 and the Raiders 35-17. So we'll quickly run through the stats of each of these games. Against the Cowboys, Jackson had 189 passing yards, 1 interception, and he completed 75% of his throws. So that part, not bad. In the rushing game, solid average for Dillon, 5.1. Jackson ran the ball a little bit. Raymond actually had a rushing touchdown, and Pacheco had 6 carries, though, for 1 yard. Not great. Receiving, solid, probably about what you're going to get with this style of offense. Milano led us in tackles with 9. We did have at least 1 tackle for a loss. It was 2, Joseph Day and Mack. And we had 3 total sacks, Joseph Day and Fatukasi each with 1, and then split Will Harris and Turi. 2 for 2 on extra points, 1 of 2 on field goals for Riley Dixon. Against the Raiders, 186 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and completed only 57% of his throws. Rushing, 4 yards an average for Dillon, 2.5 for Jackson, and only 1 rush for 2 yards for Pacheco, no rushing touchdowns. Receiving, though, Khalif Raymond, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. Aluakon led the team with 11 tackles. And Zach Allen back in this one, 3 tackles for a loss, as well as a lot more to a handful of other players. Which, that was the only tackles for a loss we were getting because we didn't have a single sack. And Dixon, 100% in field goals and extra points. Now in our first win, Tyree Jackson, 243 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interception, and completed 62% of his throws. Dillon only averaged 3.3 yards a carry, 2.8 for Pacheco, Jackson 3.2, and then Juszczyk had 1 rush for 7 yards, but no rushing touchdowns yet again. Dillon also did fumble once. Receiving, Tajay Sharp had the most amount of yards, 6 on 76, but Hunter Long had 75 on 7 for a touchdown. Raymond, only 4 catches, 49 yards, but 2 touchdowns. And Milano led us in tackles in this game with 9. Alton Robinson in the backfield quite a lot, 3 tackles for a loss, 2 for Khalil Mack, and then 1 for Milano and Joseph Day. And then only 1 sack going to Alton Robinson, but we did pick up an interception, or force an interception, get an interception, Aluakon with the 1. And another 100% day from Riley Dixon. So barring a complete turnaround, next episode we'll probably get through the rest of season 2 so that we can prepare for another off season, see if there's anyone else we could bring in to try to get this team going in the right direction again. Definitely a step back. We're 1-6. We will start next episode against a 2-5 Washington Commanders squad. But like I said, we'll get through the remainder of Season 2 next episode. So make sure you guys are subscribing. Either scroll down below or just tap on my bear icon in the bottom right. But make sure you are hitting the bell icon so you're notified when these videos go live. This series posted every Wednesday and Saturday. On Monday and Thursday, I also have the Commanders Replacement Squad series. Then on Tuesday and Friday on FIFA 23, we have my Player Career that you definitely need to be checking out, as we will be moving to a new team starting next episode. Make sure you're checking out all 6 episodes every single week. And until next time, or hopefully we'll see some better play. We'll see you guys then.